Hi guys, it's Amy at Little Farm Quilts. So Matt's he just started the video for us. He's right behind me here. He's gonna be at the computer tonight. He's gonna be manning questions and all that stuff. We backed up the camera a little bit so you can get a little more of a view. So hold on, let's get this shared. So you're gonna wanna, okay. So at the bottom of the video, okay, so go down to the video and hit share. Oh, it's not going to let you yet. Oh, there's no video yet. Okay, let me know when it comes up.
It's sharing your mind.
Hi Crystal. So, some housekeeping notes. I had one person stop by today to get a Christmas kit for our Christmas sew-along. The kits are here. Crystal, I know you want one. So I've got one here for you. I've got several others. So if you're interested in getting the kit, please, by all means, get in touch with me. I think all of you are local. So, and by local, I mean very local, like in the village down the street from where I live. If you want me to drop it by, I can do that too. Okay, so hold on. So share, you want to share that one. No, where it says share on your timeline up at the top, click on that. Go share in a group, and then type in there Little Farm Quilters. It should come up. Okay, so now that we got the video shared over to our quilting page, no, it should be separate words. Yeah. The kits are $45. I will deliver them to you if you're local. If you're not, send me an address. I will ship it to you, but you are going to incur shipping costs. So, hi Jackie, hi Mom. So I wanted to let you know that. Again, the Christmas sew-along, it starts October 7th. Yep, and then just write something in there like quilting live tonight. Well, it didn't select a group. Hold on, we're taking care of some housekeeping. Quilters. Hit enter. Okay, X out of that. I'll have to share the video to the quilting group later, I guess, when we figure it out. We're having some technical difficulties. But back to the Christmas, it starts October 7th. We're going to do a lap size quilt. I think it works up. I was doing this earlier. Got some numbers for you guys. It works up to be a 52.5-inch square quilt. So just, that's lap size. So you can optionally add your own borders in addition to the ones that I'm giving you in the kit to make it bigger if you want. If you want to do that, let me know when we're doing it, and I will definitely help you through that. But yeah. The sunglasses on your head. Jackie's commenting on sunglasses. So now he's going to put them on the back. Jackie, I can barely see your post on my phone, so he's supposed to be feeding me all this stuff. So that's that. Next week, I will not be doing a live. We are helping a local business owner with her big venue show on her property next weekend, so I cannot possibly manage doing a live here at 7 o'clock at night. After working all day over there. So we're not going to do a live tomorrow, which would put the next live, I believe, on October 7th. Right? This coming weekend is last? No, 2 weeks. We're on to October 7th. So I'll keep you posted. Keep your eyes on my posts in Little Farm Quilts and Little Farm Quilters, and I will keep you posted on everything going on. But there will be no live next Sunday night. There may be a video this coming week. I posted a video this morning with a tour of our sewing area and with some free motion quilting on my Long Arm Optimist behind me. So you guys can look for that video. I posted that this morning. And that's it for that. So there's no live next Sunday. Is that what we talked about earlier, Chewy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we talked about the sew along a little bit. The sew along pattern is kind of simple, so I don't want people to freak out. It's just a step up from our, we did 4 patches in the table runner, and we're going to do 9 patches. It's called Disappearing 9 patch on the lap quilt. So it won't be difficult, but what we are going to work on is free motion quilting on your home machines, so that will be fun. Today, let's see, we were out, it's hot here. We were out, we took our honey boxes off of our bees today. We need to get them ready to go into winter, as much as it seems like it's not anywhere near winter right now. It was 86 today here, I think. 91. So it doesn't seem like it's winter, but this weather will be changing and our weekends are starting to pack up. So we took the honey boxes off today. Matt estimates from lifting the Rubbermaid tote that we may have somewhere around 40 to 50 pounds of honey. So after this live tonight, I think we're going to try to spin some out. We'll see. It's really warm out, so I think we may move it into our kitchen, because we have a big extractor that we put the frames in, but we spin it by hand. So it's a centrifugal force that forces the honey out of the frames, and it's already warm. So I think we may do it inside, but we'll let you know that. Today, I've been working on a lot of things. I quilted some of Matt's Labyrinth Walk quilt that you see in the background. I cut some pieces today, which I cut all wrong, so I'm not sure why I did that, to make some of these blocks here, except I think I'm looking at it and it looks wrong to me. I cut these pieces wrong and I had to recut them, and now the block just looks wrong. But anyway, I'm making, they're leaf blocks, and they're gonna go into a table runner for my dining room table upstairs for the fall. My dining room table top is like a goldenrod color, so I thought using reds and maybe some greens, and maybe I was gonna try to use this green, but I don't quite have enough because I cut it wrong, so I had to recut, so I ran out of fabric. And we'll see how it looks on my table upstairs. I'll keep you posted on that. That's something I'm going to free motion quilt on my machine here, and not on not an Optimus. So, but that's it. Not much else going on here. Just sewing and taking care of farm stuff. I go back to work tomorrow, so does Matt. But we only have a 4-day work week this week, don't we? See, it looks wrong. It is wrong.
Yes.
I got these points wrong.
This triangle is supposed to be this
Supposed to be the other way.
So you can just take this whole block and turn it.
Yeah, it's not that simple. Can I have the seam ripper right there in front of you? So Matt was right. I was right. We got the square wrong. So I have to take this apart. So I'm gonna rip stitches. Yeah. It's just one of those things. Any questions or anything yet from anybody? Except for you and Jackie heckling back and forth, because I can't see what's being said.
I don't see any new comments yet, no.
Okay. I knew that leaf looked funny. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. I seem like I've been ripping stitches out a lot lately. I had to rip a ton out of that Labyrinth Walk quilt just because that was set up on my old setup, and the stitching in it was not very good, and I didn't like it.
Your mom says she feels better now that you're ripping.
Yeah, I bet you do, Mom. Mom is having a love affair with her stitch ripper right now. How's that on Ringo Lake coming, Mom? I'm going to see if I can do this without taking the whole stinking block apart. So for those of you that want a challenge, Bonnie Hunter does a mystery quilt every year. She releases the colors on Halloween, generally. That being said, you know, I don't know. Her brother just passed away, so maybe she'll change things up this year. I doubt it. I think she'll still do it, because the reason she does the mystery quilt is for those that are suffering loss, gives them something to work on and find purpose. She's blogged about that pretty extensively, and because, you know, of course, she puts a free pattern out there. It's a free pattern from a pretty well-known quilter in quilting circles, and people complain about it being around Christmas time. Well, she doesn't do it for those people. She does it for those people that are trying to get through loss at Christmas time.
Your mom says it's coming, ready to be quilted when I get down there.
Okay. Well, you got a couple weeks. Anyway, she generally releases the colors at, yeah, that looks better, on Halloween. And then you get to select fabrics, you know, that you want, start collecting fabrics. And then I believe, Mom can correct me if I'm wrong, the first clue drops on Black Friday.
Yes, it does.
So what I mean for those of you that don't know about a mystery quilt, what a mystery quilt is you make one block a week. They're called clues. And then you don't know what that quilt's going to look like until the very end when she publishes the layout for the quilt. So you make a different block every week out of your fabrics, and you get a quilt in the end. I've done 2 of them. I really enjoy them a great deal. I think they're fun.
Crystal wants to know what you recommend as teaching tools for color picking for quilts.
Oh gosh, you know, the biggest thing, Crystal, I think is the color wheel. You can print off a color wheel online. I generally try to pick, so if I want a quilt that's primarily greens and blues, I'll look across from the greens and blues on the color wheel and see what color comes opposite them on the color wheel. And then I use those to, as kind of contrasting colors, and it gives impact to the quilt. And then I pick a neutral. Now neutrals could be anything. So it can be anything like this light tan I have here. A neutral can also be a gray or a brown, a tan, anything that just doesn't read a color as far as the red, yellow, green, blue spectrum. So, but the color wheel is the one I use the most. I also use pictures. So if we're talking about Bonnie Hunter's mystery quilt, she uses places that she's seen. So pictures she's taken at places generally inspire her color selection. On Ringo Lake was corals, teals, browns, and it was a picture that she took at Ringo Lake, wherever that is, that had a boat in it, and then that had teals in the sky and oranges in the sky, and it was a sunset, and that was that. So it could be anything. And now is the day and age of modern quilting. So it was funny, I just read a blog about this yesterday. Modern quilts, as by the nature of their name, stray away from traditional quilts in that they're more artistic. So people are taking fabric and treating them as paints and just kind of creating in that way. Yeah, that looks much better with that leaf going in the right direction. But the color wheel is the one I use the most. And sometimes it's just personal preference. You can search online, you know, if you're looking for, let's say you want to make a quilt that's greens. You can look online and see what people have done with greens. But I would venture to say that every quilt that has greens in it doesn't only have green in it. At least not anymore. It'll have a contrast like a yellow or an orange.
Hi, Debbie Crane and Trisha.
Hi, Deb, Trish. Debbie, do you still want a kit for the Christmas sew-along? You have to let me know. I have some here. So for those of you that are just tuning in, yes, I'm ripping stitches. This is a simple project. It's a table runner for my table upstairs, but it has turned into be this. I cut pieces wrong this morning and I just sewed the block wrong.
Deb
So
says, yes please, I sent you a text.
Yeah, I think you did. I remember. Do you want me to drop it off, or you want to come pick it up? And so for those, I think it was Deb and Trish that just joined in. They may not have heard. There is no live next Sunday.
Purple Painted Lady event.
Yeah.
Don't miss it.
Matthew and I are working the Purple Painted Lady barn sale over on Yellow Mills Road, and we're working there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So there will be no live next Sunday night. But we'll pick up the next Sunday. Maybe I'll have this table runner done by then.
She said she can pick it up tomorrow if that's okay.
That's fine, depending on time. We have a meeting at 6:30 over in Gananda. But yeah, I should be home a little after 5. I start the new job tomorrow, so I work till 5 now. Yes, that looks much better now. Much better.
Woo-hoo.
So Matt and I went and got sushi at Wegmans for dinner. It used to be our pretty common date night, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't done it in a while. Not sushi, anyway. We've done other stuff, but not sushi. I got sushi and went Jeep looking. Okay, let's see.
Deb Abbott says hello there.
Hi, Deb. Done with all your chores? Did I just sew that on the wrong thing? I did. Gosh darn it. It's gonna be one of them days. It's a good thing it's almost over. Trying to get a simple leaf block together. You'd think it would not be such a problem. Thinking about that honey, I think.
Thinking about your honey? I love you too, baby.
No, the honey.
Oh. Just got done, Deb Abbott says. What are you making?
I'm making a leaf table runner, but it's proving to be a little more of a challenge than originally thought. I cut pieces wrong this morning, and I just sewed it wrong just before we went live on camera. So now I've been ripping stitches and re-sewing, and I almost just sewed it wrong again. So then one of those nights. I'll show you in just a second. Let me get this out of the machine and get it pressed. Is that our cat?
Where?
I don't know. I thought I heard Oscar. Is he down here still? You go upstairs.
Probably outside the door.
Oh. I just heard him. If you're following along, you know we have a new kitty. He likes my sewing area, so he hangs out down here with me a lot. We have the table runner from the last sew along up here, and he tends to lay on that. Is he down there? Yes. Okay, I got it together right. Look at that. That looks much better, doesn't it? For those of you that saw it before. Watch it, the iron's hot. Oh, there's Oscar. So Deb, I'm putting some of these together in different colors to go on my dining room table. My dining room table is like a, I don't know if you remember, it's, I don't know, a fall yellow color. So I thought I'd make them out of this this rust red and some of the dark greens and put them together for a table runner. So I have one block done. Have some stems to make now.
Your mom says if you have any kits, I will take it. If not, okay.
I have a kit, Mom, but do you want me to mail it to you? I have one for you if you want it.
Deb Abbott says nice. I want to make one. Oh, cute kitty.
He's cute. We like him. Of course, he's the only cat that we have, well, the only indoor cat that we have that really wants anything to do with us, so. I was really excited when we went up to the hive today and we were able to get as many honey frames as we were. These bees are first year bees, and sometimes you get honey from first year bees and sometimes you don't. So I'm pretty excited that we have honey to get from them.
Your mom says, no, I'll be down before you start.
No, you won't. Not if you're not coming down till the 8th. I start on the 7th. Or are you coming down before the 8th? Is that what you said? Just remind me what you said, Mom. I forget. We did have a conversation today. What's he doing?
I was trying to hold on to him. He didn't want to hold on to him. He's a purr kitty.
Yeah. So I found a cool tip today when I was watching. Okay, so in my spare time, when I'm in between doing things, I tend to watch YouTube videos about other quilters because I like to see what they're doing. And I was watching one today and I got a really cool tip on sewing half square triangles. For those of you that quilt, my mother's on here and Debbie Avett on here. When you do half square triangles where you draw the line and you sew a 1/4 inch on each line, this was a method so that you don't have to draw that line. I'm all about that. Because I've got, I don't know what you guys use, but I have friction pens, which they mark the fabric and it's nice, and the fabric, the mark disappears by heat. So like you see the, I don't know if you can see this, there's a blue line on this piece of fabric, and if I touch an iron to it, the blue line's gone. So I like them in that respect. But I have found if you use them on dark fabrics, they tend to leave a mark. Like I can still see it. Probably nobody else sees it, but I see it. And it's not an ink mark, it's actually a light stripe that goes through your fabric, which I don't care for that so much. So anytime I can find a way to do something without having to mark my fabric up, I'm happy to do it that way. See, like this one I marked on the wrong side, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Oscar just hangs out here. He's very happy to sit here and hang with us. Very different from Lillian, huh? Right now I'm working on stems for these leaves. They're this block here.
The purple painted lady is on.
Hi. She's the one we're working with next weekend.
Woohoo!
And why we won't be doing a live next Sunday night. Just reminding everybody, no live. Don't be looking for us next Sunday. I might pop on during the week. It really depends on how our week goes. But I might do a surprise live during the week. Okay, another stem block done. So again, I'm working on these leaves for my table. Gotta put some of them in a row, maybe put a couple borders around. So right now I'm working on the stems of those leaves. They're not hard. Maybe, I'm already thinking ahead to the next sew along. Maybe we'll have to do a half square triangle one.
Trish says you should do we love Little Farm Quilt. You should do a live from the festival.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
Awesome idea.
Maybe we will do that. That's a great idea. I didn't want to steal any of your hoo-ha, I guess, from the event, but that's a good idea. Somebody asked me if I had a booth at the festival. Who asked me? They just assumed. I think I was at Canal Town Days parade
Actually,
yesterday.
you should have a quilt booth up there. Or have a quilt booth.
No,
She said, steal it.
no. Steal what the?
Her thunder. Her hoo-ha.
I was at. We were down at Matt's Brothers and to watch the parade last night, and somebody just was talking to me and just assumed that I was going to have a booth on at Purple Painted Lady Show, and I said, "Oh no." And she's like, "I thought for sure you'd be in that show," and I was like, "I couldn't make enough quilts to fast enough. I don't think to."
Deb Crane says, I'm excited. The Purple Painted Lady Festival is Saturday and Sunday this year because I have students Saturday, so I plan on going Sunday.
Cool.
And Trish says you should have a booth there.
No. Not enough stuff. Most of my stuff is made and it goes out the door.
She says you only need a couple and then promote to do custom work.
Yeah, okay. No, not this year. I'd rather work for you instead. What would be really cool is if we could find a really level spot and set up Optimus Prime and be quilting for people. That would make my day. I'd sit there and have an excuse to sit there and quilt all day.
Just to clarify, Optimus Prime is the big machine back there.
Yes.
We aren't going to bring Transformers.
No. I think I said that in the video this morning. That's Optimus and this is Bumblebee. And we need to have clings made so that both of their names are showing in videos. We are Transformer fans for sure.
Trish says that would be freaking amazing.
That would be awesome. The quilting in front of customers all day? Yeah, that would be interesting. I would love that. That would be a ball. That's my...
Crystal says I need to salvage an old quilt.
Oh.
About 25 years old and desperate.
Desperate like it has holes in it?
I don't know.
If it has holes, then the best way to deal with holes is by patches, believe it or not, applique patches, because that gives you the integrity, keeps the integrity of the quilt, but fixes it, if you know what I mean. Stabilizes it.
She said yes it does, well loved.
Okay, well loved is good. That's what we want out of our quilts. The best way to do it, and if I could move the camera right now, I'd show you what I did on Matt's quilt back here. Part of that quilt got stuck in the old setup, and so there was a little hole in the fabric, and I ended up putting an applique heart on there, and then I free motion quilted right over it. So it covered the hole so it didn't fray any further, but it looks nice. So, and you can do that too.
Trish says yes, quilting, we can find you a spot. A flat spot. And Trish says, okay, I have to go and work on the festival. Surprise.
All right,
And
Trish.
Your mom says, me too, Crystal, and it scares me. Must be she has a quilt that needs help.
Mom, are you talking about that quilt that you showed me when I was up there last time? Because that is scary. That is scary, that one. I don't know that I would have taken that on, I guess. I'm just stressful when you start picking other people's quilts up to fix them, because you want to fix them well enough that that person is okay with it.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh gosh, that's in rough shape, Mom. I don't know. And there our dogs go. I don't know what they're barking at. Molly. Sorry, Molly's here, so she's barking. Mama, come on. Over here and lay down. Mama, good. Good girl. We have a whole menagerie down here with us tonight. The only one missing that's usually here is Courtney. Mama, stop. I'm making half square triangles now. So that's Molly, for those of you that have never seen her. She's usually underneath this table almost every time I sew. Lately we've had this bad habit of leaving her down here. I know that we hear her bark upstairs. We're like, oh, we left Molly downstairs. I have fuzz all over me. I need to find my tape and see if I can do that trick that I learned today, because it makes that a whole lot easier. Oh, look, it's right here. This is a really neat trick. I'll have to show you guys a close-up of this when we do half square triangle quilt, but
Your mom says, I thought you would offer to help, but no.
nope. You and Trisha, you know?
She just laughed out. She didn't loud. She just laughed out.
For him, you try to play with him? I want to see if this trick works on these half square triangles, because that would be awesome.
Apparently we're hiding it.
She doesn't like to be on camera. She's hiding her head. So is anybody working on anything tonight, or are you all just kind of sitting there?
Deb Abbott says, I need to be so with you after Purple Band, but maybe the next weekend.
Okay. Do you want to come here and sew, Deb?
Hi, Jen Collins.
Hi, Jen Collins. That tape trick that I just learned about works pretty good. I like that. No more drawn lines for my half square triangles. That is pretty nifty. I'm not sure why I didn't think of that. That works really well. If you're a quilter that's on here and you know what I'm talking about when I say half square triangles and drawing lines and sewing, inbox me and I'll tell you what the trick is. It's pretty nifty, and probably everybody knows it except for me, I'm thinking. It's really simple once you know, but I had never thought of it before. I've been drawing lines all this time. Again, because there's a couple of you that have entered since we showed this, this is what I'm working on right now. I'm working on a fall leaves block for my table upstairs. Let me do it more. See if I can
Deb Abbott says my phone sucks. It autocorrects when I don't want it to. Laugh out loud. I need to come sew with you. Yes, there.
Yes, you do. We've talked about that.
Your mom says do a live show. Do it live and show us the trick.
You mean like
the camera.
I don't know. Yeah, Matt's gonna have to move the camera because we backed up the camera a little bit to give you guys. Let me get one together. I don't know.
The camera rotate?
Yeah, I don't know. Down at the bottom, second in from the left. Isn't that the camera rotate? Okay, so instead of drawing the line, I have a piece of tape going from my 1/4 inch line all the way down my machine. So instead of drawing the line corner to corner, so normally you draw the line corner to corner and sew a 1/4 inch inside, that would give you 2 half square triangles. And I'll show you that too since we have the camera out. You line up this corner on your 1/4 inch line and line this corner up on the tape. and you can follow it all the way up. And that keeps that corner on the 1/4 inch, so you are sewing a 1/4 inch from the line. So then you would, I'll show you on this one, you would turn it around and do the same thing. I got a sticker on my hand on this side. So the corner goes on your 1/4 inch line up here, corner goes on the tape edge down here, and as long as you kept that corner on your tape edge, you are sewing a 1/4 inch away from center, which means you don't have to draw that stinking line.
Brilliant!
So keep the camera out here, Chewy. So once you've sewn on, I don't know what that is.
Molly scratching.
Oh, on both sides, for those of you that have never done half square triangles, okay, this is my messy thing that you couldn't see before. I have things. You have a sew line here and you have a sew line here because you've sewn on a 1/4 inch away from that center line, imaginary line. You're now going to cut corner to corner, just like this, and you get a half square triangle, just like that. And what I like about the tape is that normally what you do is, I did it on some of these, you can see I drew lines. Because I'm not always perfect at eyeballing that, and when you go to put a block together, you want it to go together well. So,
Hi, Kyla Durso.
hi, Kyla.
Deb Crane is working on a patriotic quilt.
Nice.
And Deb Abbott says, you can show me that maple leaf block when we get together.
Okay, sounds good. We can do that. But yeah, there you go. And
Deb Abbott says, I love that. Nice, no more drawing lines.
yes, no more drawing lines. I saw that today. I don't remember who I was watching. Oh, Camille on she's from Thimble Blossoms, but she was doing a thing on Fat Quarter Shop for her new block. So I was watching her, and she said something about tape. But what she's used is washi tape that has vertical stripes going down it. So she can use the stripes to orient a whole mess of different things.
So now we not only say no to pins, but we say no to drawing lines.
Correct. So we're true anarchists.
Woo!
Yeah.
Can we get to the point where you don't use thread?
No, you have to use thread. You have to use thread.
Your sister says, nice trick.
I thought that was pretty cool. I'm pretty not happy that I didn't think of that myself. I do all these half square triangles, and never once have I thought about doing it that way.
What are you doing, Keycat?
Oscar's a very good boy. He's fun. But he likes to get into everything, as you see. Now, there's a hot iron there, so we'll see if he touches that. He's like, no, I just want to sit here.
Hi.
We don't know how old he is. He kind of just, he ended up at our house, and then he was a lost kitty, ended up at our house. We posted that we had a cat, and if somebody had lost one, to let us know and give us a description. We've not heard anything from anybody. So he has been here 2 weeks now.
Something like that.
He's really made himself at home. He and our house cat Lillian have made friends. Excuse me, and he's very cute.
He likes to play with everything.
He does like to play with everything. And it's kind of nice, honestly. Our dogs are geriatric, and our cat really wants nothing to do with us, Lillian. Not much anyway, and he actually is interested in being together with us, so it's kind of nice.
Trish says she has to pin. Your
Oh.
mom says she's gonna pin, or she's pinning.
Well,
Deb says he's so cute.
he is cute. That's hot, Bub. He's like, oh crap.
He'll touch it.
He
Give
did.
it a
He just
second.
sniffed it, and he's licking his nose now. Dude, that's hot. Leave it alone. It's like having a toddler. So I'm not marking any more of my half square triangles anymore. So there you go. That it's a shame because I just bought those friction pens because I thought they were the coolest thing because they go with heat. Okay, let's see if we can maybe get another one of these blocks put together. See, I got one over there, so I put it together right the first time this time. So let's find the right stem. What's that? Oh, I can't. Oh, yes, I can. See if I can get this together right the first time.
Deb Abbott says she's not going to pin or mark anymore. Ha,
Nice,
ha, ha.
Deb. So we're on the same wavelength. I can't stand it. I watched Jenny Doan yesterday, and she was using those cupcake mixes that I used to make that Christmas thing that I made from one of our sew boxes. And she was using flat pins. She said, you have to use these flat pins. And, you know, I love Jenny Doan, but I'm not using those flat pins. I'm just not. Do I have another one of these somewhere? I do. But she was talking about those flat-headed pins. And then, of course, you know, she gets towards the end, and I'm thinking, I know why she used those, because she was cutting the lines on the papers and didn't want the round head of the pin getting in the way of the ruler. So I got that. But I'm just not a pinner. And I would venture to say that some old-time quilters would look at me and go, what the heck is she doing? Because I do it the way it works in my brain, not necessarily...
Deb Abbott says she just wants you to buy them. Pins are evil.
They are. Yeah, you're right. She just wants us to buy them. So here's my second leaf going together here. Just like that. You see how messy I am? I'm just as messy in the kitchen. Ask Matt, he'll tell you. But that's my... So just for those of you that are doing a sew along, all this ends up being is a 9-patch. All that piecing, but in the end, it's just a 9-patch. It's 9 squares getting sewn together. If you take things 1 square at a time, it's not so bad. And there is the leaf. I think at that, we're going to call it a night. You guys have a good night. Thanks for joining us. I will try to post a video or come on live sometime this week, since I will not be live on Sunday.
We will be live from the Purple Painted Lady.
We will be live from the Purple Painted Lady sometime. Time to be determined. It'll probably go as
probably an afternoon
Carefree.
one.
I'm thinking Carefree. When we get time, we will go live at Purple Painted Lady. The Purple Painted Lady Festival is on Yellow Mills Road, right?
Yes.
In Macedon.
22nd,
And you
23rd.
can't miss it. There will be a line of cars going there. Can't miss it. It's this Saturday and Sunday. We will be there. So if you see me there, walk up and say hi. I'd appreciate it. All right? We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.